So we each came up with 5 things that we like best about the Tesla Model 3, and it turns out we only agree on one of them.
So the first thing that I think is really nice about this car is the clean interior. First of all, when you get in the car, there's nothing in your way. Like most cars you get into, even the steering wheel has way more stalks and everything just all over the place. This one is very good at just keeping it nice and simple, and especially the materials they use. Now, I will admit, the Model S interior that I was in, I do like more, but this one is still cleaner than pretty much any car. In addition to that, the center console, there's no shifter or anything like that. And the screen obviously makes it really just sleek. And then you have your charging, your storage, everything is just really nice and honestly super well designed.
So as someone who drives the car every single day, one of the things that first came to mind for me is the really stiff sport-like steering. It feels a lot more sporty, and it also feels like I have more control over the car. Obviously with the Model 3 you can change between 3 different steering modes, and they're all awesome. They all are stiffer. To me, they're more stiff than your average like Chevy or Ford car. I think a lot of American cars are a little bit looser steering in general, but these Model 3s and pretty much all the other Teslas that we've driven, I think you'd agree, they all have that really, really tight feeling steering, but like in a really good way. So that is like definitely one of my top 5.
So the second thing for me personally is definitely how much you can control the AC/heat. When you slide up on the screen, it comes up with a nice visualization, and you can literally just aim it exactly where you want. In any other car, obviously you have to like figure out how to move there's literally only 2 vents, and you're trying to figure it out, and then and especially in older cars, like the car my parents have, which is an Equinox, I believe, when you go over too far, it just turns off. And you're like, why is there no air? I wanted air. Thankfully, most modern ones have the little dial that you can change, so that's at least better, but this one is perfect. You can aim it exactly where you want it, and you can see where it's going. It's perfect.
So my number 2 thing that I absolutely love about the Tesla Model 3, and obviously this is one that all Teslas are known for, is the ridiculous acceleration. Even the rear-wheel drive models, this is a long range, so it's dual motor, a little bit faster, but even the rear-wheel drive Model 3s are super fast, still way quicker than most cars on the road, especially gas cars. But especially with the dual motor, it's really a safety feature. Like people think about it as, oh yeah, Teslas are known to be fast, and it makes them more fun. That's true, but it's also a safety feature. Just being able to literally like place yourself where you need to be in traffic instead of having to accelerate, wait to get there, plan for how much time you have. You can just like
merging.
Yeah, you can just like put yourself there. It is freaking awesome, and definitely at least in the top 2.
Number 3 on my side's gotta be how much you can control the seats. What I mean by that, I know most modern cars have powered seats. Mine unfortunately does not. So for me, honestly, it's nice just to have the powered seat part. But you can make a driver profile so that when you get in the car, the seat literally goes exactly where you want it to. Now, that's also useful because when you get out, it can retract itself and you can get out easier, which is so nice. Just like that.
My third favorite thing about the car is the dash cam from all angles. Actually, I can't even think of a single car that has a built-in dash cam, even in just the front.
Not that I know of.
I mean, obviously a lot of people have dash cams. They're really, really good to have. Obviously great for, insurance, things like that. But this car has it built in from all angles. It's amazing. It makes it so easy to capture any incident that happens. I like just using it to catch like weird things that happen on the road, even if it's not something where somebody hit me or anything like that. It's just, you see some weird things on the road and you just don't have time to take your phone out. All I got to do is tap a button, saves dash cam footage, and I can look back at it later.
Yeah, or cool cars. That one time we recorded the Pizza Hut Bolt thing.
Oh yeah,
Domino's?
the Domino's Bolt.
Yep.
And the other day I passed by the Rivian Amazon truck.
Ooh, nice.
Pretty cool. So can capture those without having to be unsafe and take out your phone.
Number 4 on my top 5. Now, mind you, these aren't necessarily in order, but I kind of hinted at it earlier on my first one when I talked about the overall interior, but the center console of the car is incredible.
A lot of cool features.
To start, I mean, obviously the screen, iconic, but it's just super clean. Nothing is, around it, or there's not a ton of buttons or whatever. It's not gross like most cars. Underneath that, you have 2 wireless chargers, which are awesome. And then you have a ton of storage. It's basically Mary Poppins in here. Like you can put anything in and you can take anything out when you need it. It's awesome.
I much prefer seeing all of my face at the same time.
Then you have, 2 standard cup holders, whatever. There's not much you can do about that. And then you have even more storage in here, and the interior of it isn't some gross plastic material. It's actually this really nice, I don't even
Fabric-y
know, like
thing.
fabric. Yeah, it feels great.
For my number 4, it is one feature that I think electric cars literally need to have, and so many of them don't have, and that is a good route planning system. Because without route planning, let's be honest, range anxiety is a real thing. Now, if you've owned an electric car for a long time, you might be able to eventually kind of just figure out a way to maybe have your way of just knowing when the battery is going to be at a point where you definitely need to charge, something like that. But with a Tesla, all the Teslas do this. You just put in your destination. It is going to tell you exactly when you need to stop, where you need to stop, for how long you need to stop. And it's usually pretty conservative, but if you charge a little bit longer than it says, you'll have even more battery and even less range anxiety. Or if you maybe want to arrive at your destination with a higher state of charge, you can just charge a little bit longer than it says. And usually the car charges so fast that it's ready to continue the trip before you even are done eating or going to the bathroom or what you need to do. So an absolutely must-have. Absolutely blows away the competition because of that. For my last favorite... Okay, you just whatever, go ahead.
All right, fine. For my last favorite feature, and which is, of course, the one that we both like, is the visualizations on the center screen. Personally, I like to be able to see all the information, because typically the driver is the only one that can see, speed and turn signal and all that. It's just nice to be able to see it while you're driving. It kind of feels like you're driving almost. And especially for us, we have the FSD beta, so as the passenger, I get to just sit and watch the car drive itself, which is super fun. So, yeah.
That's a fair point. The reason why I like the visualization so much is just because merging feels really safe. Obviously highway driving is just very, straight, very boring, but when you have to merge or if something comes up that you're not expecting, sometimes you have to do it quickly and it can be a little bit unsafe. So
it's true.
The 2 main things, being able to literally just see in the visualization if there's a car, and actually, I don't know if it does this with regular autopilot, but with full self-driving beta, if you're driving manually and you turn on your turn signal, it zooms out a little bit, just a tiny bit, so you can kind of see behind you. So between that and the side repeater camera that turns on, I actually don't look. I know this is going to sound unsafe, but I don't look at my mirrors almost ever. And it feels way safer, and I just have way more confidence. Every once in a while, I'll just glance over at my mirror as well. So sometimes I'm literally, before I merge, I'll look at the visualization, the camera, and the mirror. It's a way safer way to merge.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So that wraps it up. That's our top 10. Comment down below if you own a Tesla, what your favorite features are. And I guess if you don't, what you think about those features compared to your car maybe. While you're down in the comment section, go ahead and look in that description. And if you're even in the early stages of considering buying a Tesla for yourself, make sure to use our referral code. It'll be in the description below. And if you use that, you get a minimum of $500 off on your purchase, plus 3 months of free FSD. So I don't know why you wouldn't. And, additionally, it does help us because, we'll get some credits. We can even use that to buy some stuff for the channel. So in a roundabout way, you're kind of helping yourself 3 times.
Fair point. Oh my goodness, wow, that's a lot of help. And also, don't forget to subscribe. If you like electric car stuff, Tesla stuff, FSD, full self-driving videos, all that kind of stuff we do on this channel, and we're going to be putting out a lot of awesome videos on that. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.